Doom. Yo, we are back. You know what time it is, you guys. Let's get it.
What the F is that?
You know what happened? Wasted? It's been way too long. It's been way too long. It's been way too long.
The Home Depot.
Way too long. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. We are back. The greatest show in Raiders history. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted Graphic Show, whichever way you like to slice it.
My brother.
Karate out this.
It's been many moons, man. It's good to see you back. Man, you already know what time it is. My brother has been working like crazy. Yes, you know what that weather is like up there. And if you knew what my brother did, you would understand the absence of Mr. Wasted Talent. But how you feeling, bro?
I feel great, man. The only thing I don't feel great about is this damn team. But everything else is fucking lovely. Lovely. Dropping the F-bomb on a family show. Damn it, I'm sorry.
Fuck it. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, make sure you guys wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet. We appreciate you guys so much for spending some of your Friday with us. Definitely. We've been trying to put this show together for a few weeks, but again, both of us have been kind of just not only just like checked out from this football team, but busy, you know, with our families and work and everything else going on. So we just appreciate you guys so much for rocking with us. Salute to Paper Chase. He says, salute to the Graphk and Wasted and the chat. Salute to my guy, Paper Chase Mace, man. So real quick, you guys, some news that just popped out. Geno will be the starter going forward. Pete was at the presser and he put it out. There's two things, Wasted. I want you to make some sense of this, okay? So Geno is healthy and good to go Sunday. And he's going to be the guy moving forward. But also, Pete said that he would like to get Aiden O'Connell some reps before the season is up. Can you please make some sense of this for me, my wise brother?
There is no sense. He is doing, what do I always say? He is throwing baloney up against the wall to see if it sticks. It makes absolutely no sense. He's just saying whatever he can to ingratiate himself to the fan base. There's a section of this fan base who is super nostalgic for Aiden O'Connell.
Definitely.
Aiden O'Connell has won, how many games have the Raiders won in the last few years? Like 6 or 8 games or something like that?
We won 4 last year and we have 2 this year.
So out of the last 8 games, I think Aiden has probably won 4 of them.
I'm lying. We have 5 last year, right?
We have 4. We had 4 last year.
We had 4 last year. Okay. Well, yes. Whatever. Look, bro, I'm so checked out. I don't even remember how many games we won these last. Look, I think 2021 was the last year where I'm just like, okay, 10 wins, wild card, cool. Like, and then it's just been a blur.
And Aiden O'Connell has become. It's been so poor here with the Raiders that he's become the new Derek Carr.
Facts.
Yo, he's become like the king of the basement.
Yeah,
he really has. And you know, I think Pete is just saying stuff to get the fan base on his side.
But you know what's funny? This is where I feel like some of the delusion comes back into place, though. It's like, do you think at some point in these next 3 weeks that we're going to be in such a good space in the fourth quarter that we could bench Geno and put Aiden O'Connell in to finish the game up? Like, I'm just trying to think of the mindset of what Pete Carroll has right now. Like, do you think that this team could be good enough that at some point in the fourth quarter, you know what, man, we're beating them by so many points. Put Aiden out there and let's see what he can do. I'm confused by this. I don't really understand the thought process behind saying Geno is your guy the next 3 weeks. And then, you know, I want to see Aiden O'Connell get some reps moving forward, which is actually fucking crazy.
And for me, I think Pete Carroll has been carrying on like this in a way where he's been in a situation for a very long time where he hasn't had any pressure on him. He hasn't had the media pressing him. He hasn't had a fan base really pressing him because he won a Super Bowl and took the Seahawks and made them more relevant than they've ever been. He's the most successful coach that's ever been there, including Mike Holmgren.
Agreed.
Right? So, and a lot of people like to say, well, Pete has built the situation. It's like, bro, that man was in a ready-made situation. Mike Holmgren had them in the Super Bowl a few years before he got there.
Mm-hmm.
They still had a lot of those players.
We all remember the Sean Alexander teams. They were really great.
Yeah, the Matt Hasselbeck teams, the Walker Jones teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's not like there was some, bottomless pit of a situation. That's why when they tried to apply the same metric to the Raiders, I think it was very, very flawed.
Yeah.
Because this is not a one-year rebuild
at all.
This ain't no one-year rebuild, bro. This is a full-time job. This is an entire meal.
Yeah. But for a guy to see what we had at our disposal in terms of talent and players, right? It confuses me again because it just kind of adds to the delusion of Pete Carroll. We win game. We're going to win a bunch of games over here. I mean, look what Geno said the other day at the presser. I'm expecting to win a bunch of games moving forward. Like, you don't even believe that, Geno. Like, you really don't believe that, bro. Like, I think he understands he's gone after this. I mean, there was a report that came out. I don't know how real it was, but apparently Vinny B put something out there that the Raiders will try to trade Geno before they release him, in which, why wouldn't you, right? I mean, he's going to be released regardless, but what are you going to get for Geno Smith? At this point, coming off this kind of season, like, Vinny's not landing on Plymouth Rock with this take. All he's saying is the Raiders are going to do their due diligence before they take a hit with that 18.5 mil towards the cap, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that dead money. Let me ask you a question, yo. And this is probably the most challenging question you've heard all week.
Ooh, I'm here for it.
What would you trade for Geno Smith? What would you trade for Geno Smith? Like, I'm saying to myself, a fair trade for Geno Smith is an old pair of Jordans and a half-eaten sandwich. Like, what would you trade? Would it be a thimble? Would it be a club foot? Would it be a horseshoe? Like, what would you trade for Geno, man? It would have to be something in a thrift store somewhere. I
would trade Geno for this loan, big lighter, Guapo lawn care. This business card right here, right? I won't even want the services, just the business card. The business card. Also, again, I'm looking around right now. Some empty pins that used to have a tree in them. That used to,
bro. I think you're going a little too far now.
I put a little extra on it, right? He ain't worth all that.
He ain't worth that. I mean, come on, man.
I'm tweaking right now.
I mean, there's still some residual weed in there.
Yeah, there's something in there. Like,
come on, man. You tripping.
If I charge him up, I can probably end up getting high.
Look, man, I would trade Geno, bro, for half-eaten sandwiches and bong water.
Bong water. Any real one knows that in high school, every one of us has went to school with our pants smelling like bong water at some point. Somebody has spilled it and like, oh no, bro, I gotta go to school with it. Wasted, you are a fucking demented genius. Salute to Rudy. I'm free. Graphk and Wasted. Give me my wrench back, yo. Salute to Rudy. Oh, you stripped him?
Yeah, let that be a lesson to you, Rudy. Say, no, I made a mistake. I was trying to block somebody permanently, and he was right next to him, and I sent Rudy to the permanent gulags. I sent him to the electric chair. I got to chill.
Got him up out of here. Salute to 510, and Rudy's our brother. We love him. Let's get this started. What leader says lower your expectations? I know what Geno meant, but come on, bro. And Pete and Geno seem to be thinking that they're staying. I think that they're just playing the game, 510. I think that if they say anything along the lines of, hey, man, I don't deserve to be here anymore, I'm going to do this and that, they're lowering the bar in terms of Geno is still going to play. You guys, he's going to go somewhere. Pete can go off into retirement. Geno is still hopeful that he can continue his career moving forward. So they're just playing the game. If Geno says anything other than that, other teams are going to be like, why would we bring him in if he's low on himself? Does that make any sense? Or is it like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he got to show a prerequisite level of confidence. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go around and, like, bro, look, I look at the space that Gino is in when somebody fucks your girl and everyone knows it and you know it.
Yeah.
He got to put on a brave face, man. That shit don't mean nothing. It's cool, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, that's something small to a giant, you know, fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Been there, done that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She can either hold up or blow up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You know, but barbecue or mildew. But I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm good, bro. You know, listen, man, I got some shit jumping off right now. You know what I'm saying?
You know
and he going at home, he crying in the corner, he crying in that car. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Salute to Ira Jackson, our dog, and one of the GOATs over here at Shieldmore, gifting 10 Raider Nation Unlimited Wasted Talent memberships. If you guys would like to join Get Off My Lawn Gang or Green Dot Gang, make sure you hit the links. They're pinned up top. Again, you guys, it definitely helps us keep the lights on, especially during this miserable season where not a lot of Raider fans are checked in and really watching what's going on, because, again, I get it. Like, this has been one of the worst seasons that I have ever endured, not only as a podcaster, but as a Raider fan, and that's 40-plus years. So, Ira, I appreciate you, my brother. Salute to 510. Why not coaches Jamba Juice in the trade? Wait, why not? Oh, okay.
That stale Jamba Juice?
Yeah, that rotten.
That shit's valuable as hell, bro. That's vintage Jamba Juice. Why would you trade vintage Jamba Juice for Geno Smith?
Yeah. This is facts. I mean, even a rotten Jamba Juice is worth more than what you're going to get out of Geno Smith. Salute to J-Ro. Wasted. Would you trade Geno for a can of, I don't even know what that is.
Bergamots? What the hell is that? See, J-Ro, shut your old ass up.
I gotta look this up. Bergamots. Bergamot. It looks like an orange. A citrus, commonly known as a bergamot orange, a fragrant citrus fruit the size of an orange with a yellow or green color.
You know what it is with J-Ro? See, that was some very, very, very paisano shit right there. Listen, I know I'm from Jersey, man, but I'm no paisan. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, real quick, you guys, another update as well, outside of Pete naming Geno the starter moving forward. He's healed up from that shoulder injury. It looks like he's good to go. Also, he added that he would like to see Aiden O'Connell get some reps before the season is up, which I don't know how that intertwines and makes any sense between those two. But the Raiders made an interesting move today, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. I was actually excited the other day, when I did my coffee and convo, to see Jafari Harvey, the SMU UDFA defensive end pass rusher. You know, we added him to the active roster. I'm thinking, okay, cool. We brought back, who did we bring back? We brought back our guy out of I'm like I said, I'm so checked out, bro. Offensive lineman that we brought in as a UDFA. McClendon Curtis signed him back to the practice squad. But today we go out there and we claim defensive tackle Broderick Martin off the waiver wire, and in a corresponding move, we waive Jafari Harvey off of the active roster. So this kid didn't even get a chance to go out there and play a snap.
Grand closing.
I honestly don't get this situation. Again, Broderick Martin, 6'5", 330. He's only 26 years old, so he definitely still fits the timeline, of what we're trying to do. He's been in the league for 3 years, you guys, drafted to Detroit in 2023. He's recently been with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's played in 6 games in his career. He's only started in 1. There's really no stats outside of 4 combined tackles, 1 solo, 3 assists. That's it. So we already move off of Jafari Harvey, a guy that I was actually excited to see go out there and get some burn opposite of Max Crosby, because Malcolm Kuntz has been struggling. Tyree Wilson is non-existent, and I think he only had like 6 reps this past week. Like, he is just all out of favor.
He's out of favor, man. Yeah, I think really they're at the point now where they're trying to protect the commodity of just him as a player.
Yeah.
Don't get him hurt and get him up out of here.
Yeah.
But I wanted them to show you love for Jafari Harvey.
Show him some love.
Show you love.
But I'm shocked by this. I'm just like, again, we shouldn't be shocked, honestly, by anything the Raiders do at this point. But it's like, damn, you add him to the active 53-man roster. Next thing you know, you pick up another. In any other world, he'd be a camp body. and you move on from him. So I don't know. We're rooting for him. Once again, you guys salute to Broderick. Hopefully Martin could add something to that defensive line. But again, I mean, just another weird move for your 2025 Las Vegas Raiders. You guys get some questions in. Once again, you guys, Graphk and Wasted and the Graphk show. This is going to be more of a Q&A show, you guys. I didn't really draw up or Wasted and draw up a show today. We just wanted to have some fun, come kick it with you guys. We do have a few things that we want to go over. But again, this is your show. Get those questions in, and we definitely would like for you guys to add, to the show like you guys always do. Salute to 2-4. Gino for some Orange Julius. No. Bro, Orange Julius is fire.
Yeah.
Look, dog, look. I grew up in South Sacramento, the Florin Mall, before it closed down. I lived at the Orange Julius, dog. There's no way I'm trading any one of them flavors for Geno Smith. It's just not happening, bro.
Not at all, bro.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Hold on. Call for emergency services. Samson, this Sheila, Mama Fell.
Yo, hey, I want your take on this, okay? Because I seen some interesting things on Twitter, and specifically a Colin Cowherd tweet. I don't know if you got a chance to see this. It's kind of confusing to me, and I want your opinion on this because, again, the sports space is in such a weird era right now, Wasted. And because we're older. We were around when there was a ton of integrity in this space, right? Like there was, you did everything for respect. You didn't just go out there and throw shit at the wall. Colin put out a weird take the other day. And mind you, this is after he said that Jackson Dart was the future franchise quarterback of the Giants, okay? So he did say that. He said that Jackson Dart is the guy in New York. But he put something out there and said the Giants should trade Jackson Dart and draft Fernando Mendoza with the number 1 pick. I'm not going to go over why he said it or nothing like that, but I put out a tweet, and this is what I had to say because we just live in a weird era in this sports shit. I said, the more I see these guys' takes, the more I realize how much sports media is in a terrible place. Nothing is real anymore. It's just hot takes and goofy shit to generate clicks. Pathetic. Now, mind you, some people may say, well, he may think that Fernando Mendoza is better than Jackson Dart. No, if you got your franchise quarterback last year, and mind you, Jackson has had some good showings where it looks like he's clearly the guy moving forward. Now, again, there's going to be a new brass in the building. You know this. You're up there. They're going to have a new head coach, and they're going to have a whole new staff out there very soon. Now, maybe whoever comes in, if they have the number 1 pick, says, look, we like Jackson. He's been in protocol 4 or 5 times already for concussions. Maybe we want to go get the 6'5" kid out of Indiana. He could be the better football player. But I want to ask you this. How do you draft a guy in the first round the year prior? He shows actually a ton of promise. And then now you're yelling for the Giants to draft Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana, coming off of a big year. And mind you, this is the only year that Fernando Mendoza has really been great. Watching him at Cal previously, he's never been this guy. Now, again, he was in a system that was pro-ready, great OC, and, everything worked out in his favor. Heisman Trophy. He's the number 1, they're the number 1 team in the country. But again, what do you think about that take?
That's not a take, bro. Some people create content and some people go out there to create controversy.
Yeah.
And then off of that controversy, they create content, right? Guys like, Colin Cowherd, guys like, Skip Bayless, guys like Nick Wright.
Yeah.
Guys like Jason Whitlock, Uncle Ruckus himself. These guys do this, and the king of it all, Stephen A. Smith, Screaming A. Smith.
Oh yeah.
The king of it all, the Pink Panther,
the goats are back. Yeah.
He's like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Them boys over there, Derek Carr and the Giants over there. I'm knowing not the Giants, the Los Angeles Raiders. I mean the Oakland Raiders. I mean the Las Vegas Raiders. Like, what I'm saying? He don't know what the hell he be talking about. Colin Cowherd said that because they have a quarterback that people in New York like. You have a quarterback that everybody knows is the future in New York. Yeah. And that just made him go viral. He's a master. I win.
But okay. I agree, but how do you win with that? Like I just
wait, because what's your metric for success? His metric.
I get that.
Clicks. Our metric for respect, for success is respect. It's always been that with me. Yo, you can have the money as long as I'm respected. That's the reason why you're doing what you're doing now. That's the reason why you're not in the music industry, because you could have sold out and sold your soul.
Yes.
But you wasn't willing to do that. Same thing with myself. Yeah. So that's the reason why we're here. The metric for success is respect. That's non-negotiable. Guys like Colin Cowherd don't have no integrity, bro.
Well, it seems like nobody does though nowadays. That's the problem.
Yeah, because you know why? Society don't have no integrity. Because if society did, society will hold these jokers accountable like they used to.
Yes.
People, that's why you have a DJ Academics and you have guys like Colin Cowherd and you like, come on, bro. You know what it is. Nobody has any integrity, bro. Listen, we are last of a dying breed. And guess what? That's why our audience is here, because they are last of a dying breed. You got people that's even in this space right now that'll go up there and go do 5 Beyoncés and a cartwheel for a super chat. Like nobody, like, bro, we're not doing that shit over here. I don't care, bro.
Send me $100. I'll drink this whole tequila bottle right now in my ass.
Wait, hold on. Hey, I heard if you sip beer from Uranus, you can taste it in your mouth.
Yo, salute the hug. Bro, Tua got 15 picks and got benched for Ewers. Gino saw that and jumped up with his bum ass arm and said, hold my beer. Pete said, Gino, I want you to be a leader somehow. Salute to my brother Hug. And another situation with Tua, it's like Raiders, like, come on, man. We like fans need to stop going crazy. That makes absolutely no sense. Tua is cooked. He's done. He's done. Like, I see a lot of people pinpointing him to the Raiders. I understand that we're in a bad situation.
If they brought that
oh, it's over. It's over.
Bro,
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah,
they fucking better not. Bro,
I will not do this anymore. I will just sit out. Like I won't do this no more.
Bro, you saw when he got knocked out last year, like one of the zombies from Thriller.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, it was ugly. And no knock to Tua, because we love that he's still out there playing the game that he loves and he's fighting through it. But again, that's some scary shit. And he's one hit away from retirement. So
and is one hit away from death.
Potentially death. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I see a lot of people putting it out there, some odds from MGM and all the other stuff, the Raiders, the Jets. There's other few teams out there that need a quarterback, the Cardinals. I even seen a weird post where it was like a swap for Kyler Murray and Tua, and I put the Spider-Man meme up like same shit.
Kyler Murray is in a way better position.
No, definitely. But again,
dog, like we got Kyler Murray, I'd be like,
I'd be pissed off.
6'7". All right.
Yo, we're hella old. Salute to John Bailey. Gino for a cup of ramen. Nah, man, ramen is too
bro. What's wrong with you, bro? You know how valuable ramen is?
Bro, ramen is way too.
That's like gold bullion in jail.
Oh,
let's give it up no fucking ramen for no Gino. What's wrong with you, bro?
The only thing I'm trading the ramen for, in which I have in jail before, is for a coffee. That's it, bro. Like, give me your coffee. You know what I mean? You can have the ramen, bro. I don't need the sodium.
You always gotta do too much. You gotta put yourself back in jail, bro. What's wrong with you, bro?
Hey, I'm just saying, look, give me the coffee, bro. You can have the sodium. It's cool. I'm good with that. So to Ira, trade Gino for a pot of chitlin juice.
Yo, you gotta chill, Ira. You got to chill. That's the funk. Look, I don't even eat no swine like that, right? But I do have family members from the deep south. My mother's from like Barefoot, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Bro, listen, chitlin juice is some foul shit, bro.
Bro, my grandma had the big chitlin pot. It was like this round and it was like this long. And bro, like she would make greens and chitlins in the same pot.
Yeah.
Dog, that one pot had the house smelling like straight dog shit.
Foot
As
and
my niece
ass.
walks in the house. I don't want to cuss. Hey, baby. But yeah, nasty work out here.
Foot and posterior.
Posterior.
Yo, look, and Jokers is like, oh, what you know about 6'7"? I have a high school age daughter. That's how I know. And I have friends, and I know, bro. I'm not out of touch like that. You guys are out of touch. Listen, I am on the cutting edge of everything that is alleged to be hot. And that's corny.
We know all about 6'7", bro. We are both damn near 67 years old. We know very much
that too. And we got school-age kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got teenage kids.
Yeah. Facts.
Bums.
Salute to 510. Heard nothing but facts. Selling they soul for clicks. And that's the thing that's crazy. Because again, you guys, this is the thing. And once again, I'm not going to pinpoint just one specific person. It'd be so easy for us to come over here every day, throw up some clickbait title, clickbait, post, and run it up. We could definitely do that. But I think we come from that cloth, bro, where it's like respect means everything. You know what I mean? And again, the money's going to come regardless if you respect the game, you respect the process, you treat the game the right way. We come from a different background, basically. So like when you respect the game and you treat the game right, it'll treat you right. But you got to, but also you got to know when to yeah. You know what I mean? But
sometimes you got to parry, you got to block, you got to slip a few punches. Yeah. Woo. What's going on here? Listen,
man. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, definitely.
So look,
but you got to. But listen, you guys can say whatever you want, right? But it's that's the easy way out. See, like, for me, when it comes to covering the Raiders and everything I do, whether it's me putting clothes on or whatever I do, there's some art in what I do.
Yeah.
There's always some artistry in it. Graphk is the same way, bro. Like, it's a lot of times, bro, where he does the titles for our shows like a riddle. It's almost like he rhyming and stuff like that, especially in the off season. I'll be like, double entendre, triple entendres. That's what there's no art in this shit no more, bro. It's no morals, B. People don't have no morals, B. And I can't deal with it, bro. And I'm not judging what nobody else do, but you're not getting that over here, bro. Listen, you're gonna get straight uncut, no chaser, no clickbait. We're not gonna be out here selling y'all and saying, oh, the moment I feared. Geno Smith, all this bullshit, man. Come on, man.
2 Voices Wasted has me dying with the comedy Thriller. Hey, salute to my OG. She was in the video. A lot of people, including ourselves, grew up loving the woman in the Thriller video. Salute to my brother Dom, my brother I grew up with. That's his auntie, and we grew up around her. She was just normal auntie to us. But to the world, everybody was in love with the Thriller woman.
I grew up around her too. I grew up around her. I became a man. When I saw her back in the day. But that she had that curl that ain't drip neither, man. She had that fly girl curl, man.
That fly girl.
Listen, bro, back then it was her, Ray Dong Chong, and Vanity from Last Dragon.
Ray Dong Chong.
What you know about Ray Dong Chong? Oh, and Irene Cara in the early 80s.
You always mention her when we be
Irene Cara was beautiful in Fame.
Yeah.
With Fame. She was beautiful. When I was a little kid, I was like, damn.
Vanity was the one, though.
Vanity was my favorite. Yeah. I loved Vanity, bro. I didn't think it was a better woman in the world than Vanity, bro.
You got so much. I'm gonna show you in a minute. Salute to my beautiful wife. She just got home right now. My brother's moving to Atlanta tonight from Dallas. Salute to him. All my nieces are over here at the house right now, spending a couple hours before they head off on a plane. And they
I am shadow banned. They said I'm shadow banned.
Well, what for what?
YouTube. A lot of my stuff, like, bro, my views have gone down because my stuff don't pop up like that no more. My actual stuff pops up every morning, right? Bang Zoom. It's a family show. We gotta chill.
Salute to my guy.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Salute to my guy Relish, man. Graphk, this is Raider Profit. Being a Notre Dame fan, would you approve? Oh, we would love Marcus Freeman to be in the building, but again, he's not going to leave. I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face, you guys. There's only one job he's going to take if it ever opens up, and that's Ohio State. He will stay at Notre Dame. Him and his family are very much so happy out there. I mean, bro, Marcus Freeman became a Catholic. He went down there and converted like his religion to be the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Like,
God damn it, if they paid me as much as they paid Mike.
Yo, this is facts. But I'm just saying,
4 Hail Marys and 5 Our Fathers too. Goddamn it.
The money that Notre Dame has, and honestly, I'm not saying this as a Notre Dame fan, but we have a great young class coming in. All these kids that just signed up or that just signed in with us. Like the next class is gonna be phenomenal. And just because Price, and Love are going into the draft, this is a phenomenal group. Next year, I'm saying it now. We're in the top 3 in terms of teams that can win the national title, in terms of just talent alone. And CJ Carr has shown week in and week out that he's continuing to get better. Next year, he's going to be a baller. He'll probably end up being a top 10 pick in next year's draft class. So, but I don't see him leaving. And again, I've said this since day one. I believe that if Ryan Day ever moves on from Ohio State, that he is going to look at his alma mater and say, I would love to go back to Ohio State.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't see there is not a more prestigious job in college football than Notre Dame. It's like being coach of the New York Yankees.
Yeah,
it's like being coach of the Celtics or the Lakers. You don't leave Notre Dame for anywhere.
Yeah. Hey Ryan, look, man, it just some things are real. Some, it just is what it is. I'm not. Look, the thing is this, man. a lot lately, people tend to think that people are throwing shots. Oh, we are. It just is what it is.
I'm throwing the truth, bro.
No. But these days, truth is shots, and no pun intended to the whole drinking for super
shots.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But again, look, bro, it just is what it is. Like and mind you, we've all been. We've been on that show plenty of times. I've had drinks and damn near blacked out over there as well. But again, I'm not going to sit here every single day and put my liver on the line just to sit over here and take y'all money. It just ain't. It's just not who I am.
But see, this is the thing, right? And I don't even care. I don't want to talk about that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's no disrespect. It's no beef, right? But the thing is this, right?
I don't even know who we're talking about right now.
Yeah. But I'm talking about how you go about the artistry of podcasting and representing this shield here.
Yeah.
It's about more than that shit. It's about more than that. It's representing us as a fan base, and it's the messagery, the message and the imagery you're putting out for our fan base, right? So we give you information and not affirmation, right? We want to give you the real scoop. We don't like making shit up, and we don't want to be a detriment to the product on the field. Because
this we're gonna say, wait, so we're gonna end this. You will never, ever, you guys, hear us ever talk about this again. All my life, bro. If you guys send super chats and you mention this, that page or whatever, I won't even put it up on the screen. All I'm gonna say is this, man. Never, ever call yourself the voice of Raider Nation when you became a fan during the pandemic.
Simple way to put a bow on it.
So leave me.
And I think that's one of the reasons where I get under my skin, right? Because it's like, motherfucker, I was a fan of this team before you was even born, bitch. Yeah. You talking about?
But again, we live in a world where numbers, right, which they can be manipulated, we know this, dictate who you are in today's world. So again, you can say whatever you want to say, but again, where are you when we out here traveling to this game? Where are you when we go on the road and do this and do that?
You hiding, bro. You hiding.
There you go. So we over this shit. I'm done with it. It is what it is. I hate that we have such a bad season, you guys, that this is the shit that we have to talk about. It just
I know. Yeah, and it's like, I don't want bro to think that you got that kind of stroke over here. And
hey, look, good luck to them guys. Eat a dick.
But you don't got no stroke over here with us, bro.
Salute to Hug. Can we discuss the amount of absolute filth that John Spytek's son is giving his dad for this team's output? Remember the kid saying he'd move out if dad didn't drive Genty? That kid got a GoFundMe. Salute to Hug. I haven't been updated with anything that the kid has said. But again, I do remember that Spytek did say that. And also, once again, this is the world where you see a guy like Genty put up that kind of production. No matter how my son was talking about him before he was a Raider. Dad, this kid Aston Genty is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like you get hyped up by highlights and stats and all that other stuff. Mind you, I'm so happy we got Ashton Genty, and I know a lot.
I am too. And the people act like, he 5 years in.
Yeah,
bro, this is a terrible offensive line, bro. Nobody would be able to produce. Everyone's like Barry Sanders, whatever. It's like we don't know that.
Yeah.
We don't know that. I don't hear that shit. The F up out of here.
But again,
family show.
Yeah, family show. Salute to 2-4, but wasted. Remember Irene Cara in DC Cab with Tyrone.
Yeah. Your boy Apple Hockenberry. Yo, DC Cab. Yo,
Yeah.
salute. Mr. Hey boy. Hey boy.
Yo, what do you think in your eyes, man? What is the first move? Because right now, right, we're starting to kind of see spy tech kind of starting to, show that okay, it's my time now. We did it your way. It wasn't working, right? It's crystal clear now that Pete, okay, everything that you've done in your career, national championship, Super Bowl with the Seahawks, damn near two of them, you know what I mean? But one terrible call away from, doing that. But again, Spytech's you're starting to see Besh out there more, right? And again, it did take for them to move on from Jacoby. And salute to Jacoby. I want to say this. Rightfully just deserved that contract. 3 years, $60 million with Jacksonville, $20 million per, $40 million guaranteed. But I have to say this, you guys. That was a good deal for Jacoby. I see people crying about Jacoby. Oh my God, we could have did this. We could have. Stop it. Okay. Why pay that kind of money? And we've talked about this before. If you don't have a quarterback in the building, if you're paying anywhere north of $20 million per, especially a high-end wide receiver too, we're not in the position to do that, especially when you just drafted Jack Besh in the second round out of TCU. So I see a lot of people crying, oh my God, we could have did that, blah, blah, blah. Go look around the NFL, you guys, and look at some of these dudes that are getting paid $20 million per, and then look at the stats and look at the names tied to it, and you can be like, holy shit, like they took care of him. The thing was, we didn't know what he wanted. We didn't know if it was 30 million. We didn't know if it was in the mid-20s. We didn't know what it was. Either way, I think that he got what he deserved. Salute to Jacoby. Love it. He earned every single dollar of that. But we're not in a position to pay him that kind of money when we have so many holes on this roster on both sides of the football, not even including the coaching staff.
Bro,
so
paying money for a wide receiver, what I always say, it's like buying a pair of Jordans and not paying your mortgage.
Yes.
It's like being stranded in the desert, and instead of asking for water, you ask for ice cream.
Yep.
You can't do that, bro. You have to make sure that you allocate your resources into the foundation of every team, and the engine of every football team is on both sides, the trenches.
Yeah. Facts. But again, salute to him. But I say that to say this. Spy is kind of showing that, okay, look, we did it your way. We're doing it my way now. Charles Grant was out there, jumbo packages. We finally got a look at Charles Grant. Wasn't a ton,
but should have been right that way. And that's part and parcel of the reason why most of us are so aggravated. Most of us are so hostile. Yeah. Most of us are so dejected and dismayed because this should have happened in week 7.
Yes.
Week 5, week 6.
After the Commanders game, look, man, let's just, when Colton went down, I think that it was like written in the stars, you guys. JPJ goes down, he's your starting guard. Colton Miller, your left tackle, goes down. Well, guess what? We just drafted 2 guys, literally, that play both of those positions.
Wow, that's a novel idea.
Wow.
A novel idea is playing guys that you draft, because if you draft them, ding, 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 you're going to use them further down the line.
In the third round, nonetheless. Wasted, like, you just drafted Colton's replacement, and you just drafted a guard. It makes no sense. But again,
to play alongside of JPJ,
yes.
And then you don't curate an environment where they can grow.
No, not at all. But again, I say that to say this. It looks as though Spytech is finally saying, hey, we're 2-12. This team is very bad. And honestly, I don't think that if any of these injuries occurred that Pete would have played these guys, honestly, at all. I think if Jacoby was still a Raider, Besh would still be relegated to the bench. I think if JPJ was out there or Colton, you would never see Charles Grant. Even if they were still struggling on that, you wouldn't have seen these guys. I just think that Pete is just so delusional and stuck in his own ways. But again, I want to ask you this. Now that we're starting to see some of these young guys, Tommy Eichenberg, getting some real reps out there at the linebacker spot, what is the next move for Spytech in these next 3 weeks? Outside of, finally getting a look at some of these guys that he drafted, what if you're Spytech, what is your first thing you are doing once the season is up? Period. You are Spytech. Wasted.
call Pete Carroll's house. Hey, put Pete on the phone. Listen, you ain't never coming back.
You ain't never coming home back. You'll tell your mom I'm never coming home.
Yeah. Tell your mother I never come home.
We're the Harlem Nights.
Yeah. So look, but real rap, I fire every single coach in that building.
Me too.
From Rob Leonard,
yep.
Patrick Graham, every single one.
I
even fired a guy who cleans the toilets in the facility.
Yeah.
When I mean clean house, I mean literally clean house, because the Raiders have not done that in 20 years.
Yeah.
There's always a holdover somewhere on this roster.
And it always ends up getting in our way.
It's always a holdover. And there's been a lot of coaches here. There's always at least one. Get every fucking coach in that building out of there. Then what I do is I go and I find the coach that lines up with what I want to do, and I go hire him. And then I give him the latitude to curate his staff.
Yeah.
Then I sit him at the table and I say, hey, look, what quarterback would you like? We have the number 1 pick. Oh, I like Dante Moore. Well, I like Fernando Mendoza, and I'm drafting him. Fuck you. That's why I'm John Spike. Right? And then I draft him and I say, you better fucking coach him or you'll be out of here too. Because I got a 5-year contract and I hired you and I can fire you.
Yeah.
And then we go from there. You mother.
People tend to forget that, Wasted, that our GM signed a 5-year deal. Pete signed a 3-year deal.
Yeah, man. I ain't forget it. He here for a good time, not a long time. And the time ain't been good. Time's up, brother.
There you go. So I'm with you. I think Black Monday is the day that you'll hear Pete resign.
Pete should be fired on fucking White Sunday. He should, as soon as the fucking game goes to 0, he needs to walk up to him and stone cold stun him on the sideline. He likes having wrestling moves. Just kick him right.
Facts. Salute to Raider Prophet. Graphk, never coming to Yuba City again and not let me know. My brother, I literally went out there for a funeral and I left. So, but next time I end up getting this, to Sacramento and trust and believe. I told everybody yesterday. My brother knows this too. I'm working on getting back home soon, full time. So we'll definitely be doing some shows and doing some stuff out there. We'll get the nation involved heavily. But again, brother, I was out there for some personal stuff, so I didn't even stick around. Literally caught an Uber out there, and my sister took me home, and I got the hell out of there. So I had nothing to do in Yuba City. This is where our brother Sanjit lives. There's nothing in Yuba City. It's like nothing. It's just
the only thing that's there is Sanjit, the home of Sanjit T.
Yeah, the home of Sanjit T. Salute to our brother Sanjit. But salute to everybody here in the building. As always, again, get those likes up. Make sure you wipe them feet. Make sure you pay your bar tabs and hit that subscribe button. I don't even know how we do not have wasted the 15,000 subscribers yet.
Yeah, we like less than 20 away. Yo.
Hey, whoa. You can't just do it like that. 20, we got to get 20 subscribers, man. Make sure you go subscribe to Wasted's channel tonight.
Almost everybody in here, right? If you guys have not subscribed, right? And I don't mean to be a jerk or anything like that. Out of all the years of the content that you've been watching, you mother effers are a bunch of soulless bums. If you haven't subscribed to me, you effing bunch of bums, go hit the goddamn button. All of the rap you've gotten.
Real quick, also, you guys, I want to give some love, man, to a former Raider. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this. Salute to our guy, Ferrari. Amari Gainer, former
Patriots, right?
Yeah, former North Carolina product, Florida State product, a guy that we were really, really going to battle for to make the active, roster. And, we moved on from him this season. He was just signed to the New England practice squad. Josh McDaniels, right? When did we bring in Amari? Was it last year? Or was it the year prior? Year prior. So Josh McDaniels was in the building when we brought Amari in. You know what I mean? So again, man, it's good to see that he got a job. He's out there moving and shaking with a playoff team at that. I don't know if he'll ever end up making an active roster, but again, we all had a lot of hope for Amari Gainer. And for those who have never seen Amari Gainer, this dude's a physical specimen, man. You know what I mean? He can get to the pass. You can get to the passer. The dude is a stud. So I'm hoping, as a former Raider, somehow, some way, he'll get some action out there in New England and show the world what he can do. So salute once again. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Salute to former Raiders linebacker Amari Gainer for signing with the New England Patriots. So Yeah, man, 2 years ago. Yes. Once again, you guys, I am so checked out of this whole Raiders strategy. I'm telling you now, I have been forgetting shit. I woke up the other morning, wasted, and I had to remember the year that Josh Jacobs left the Raiders.
Yeah, I know. Did you see that report today saying that there's a report around the building that people miss Josh Jacobs around the building? I was like, yeah, water's wet.
Yeah, but
of course you miss Josh Jacobs in the building.
Well, this is the thing that's just so weird with that. How many players in that building played with Josh Jacobs?
Even know Josh Jacobs, right?
Colton, Max, Tyree was there when he got drafted on Josh. Malcolm was there. Once again, most of the roster that was out there with Josh is gone.
Bro, the funny thing is that they put people in the building in a picture of Mark Davis on the article. It's like people in the building is Mark Davis.
Yeah.
That crap.
Look, man, you just drafted, a young running back at 6, and he's going to be great, you guys. He's going to be phenomenal once we can get an O-line and get that really that's going to get the ground game going. But again, look, I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. He's out there playing for a playoff team right now. They play tomorrow against the Chicago Bears. There's a doubleheader tomorrow on Saturday. Philly, Commanders, Chicago, Green Bay. It's going to be a fun Saturday of football. But again, look, man, Josh is doing great things out there, man. He went to a smaller town, and this came from his mouth. He said, I wanted to focus on football. I wanted to go to a place where I can just focus on football. Because, again, Vegas is a very tricky city that you can get lost in the sauce in ways that we've talked about this behind the scenes about some of the stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
Josh is just like, let me just get back to football. And I love that. I love that he chose to go to a place that has done most of the years that they've existed, they've won. You know what I mean? So, and again, another place where all you can do, we've heard this from C. Wood's mouth, talking to him personally, how, going to Green Bay, it's difficult to find a place to eat after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, he was saying that.
You know what I'm saying? So
I tell you, I wish, man, you guys could have been a fly on the wall of that conversation.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Listen, you got some people that are OGs and you got a lot of people that are old fleas.
Yeah.
That was OG talk from the finest right there, bro.
Like a 4 or 5 hour long conversation.
Bro, dog, it was just us kicking it, a bunch of guys that's around the same age, having a good goddamn time, man.
Yeah. I wish you guys could have heard the Bill Callahan talk, and I'll leave that to see what to tell.
That was fucking funny, man.
Yo, salute the chance, my dog. If we aren't blazing free agency, I'm already throwing in the towel. Get how it feels to chew 5 gum Pete out of this organization. Well, this is the thing, Chance, right? When you go into free agency, you have to pinpoint maybe 5 players that you can see that can fill a void on this roster. You have to build the roster through the draft. 20 plus free agents that we have ourselves. And honestly, there may be 2 or 3 of them tops that I would even take a look at even bringing back. So again, there's going to be a whole ton of holes on this roster going into the offseason. And you don't want to just pay money just to pay money. Let's just say that, okay? The thing that sucks is when does free agency open up? It opens up the second week of March.
It's like, yeah.
So I wish.
Tampering period.
Yeah.
It's the Diddy period.
Yeah. Take that. Yeah. I always wish the draft was first. I always wish the draft was first. You know what I mean? Like, go get your guys, and then you can fill in the blanks. Free agency.
But I think the reason why is that would kill the market value for the players that are currently in.
Oh, no, you agreed.
So you wouldn't have people stealing money. You wouldn't get the Las Vegas Raiders scholarship that some of these guys have gotten over the years.
Like, why am I gonna pay this guy $30 million a year when I already got my wide receiver in round 2?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So guess what? Instead of that 30, we're going to pay you, we're going to offer you a 1 year, $12 million deal, potentially get you up. Yeah.
Yo, listen, we're going to get you for the price of on the house.
On the house. You know, you're saying a whole lot of big words. I'm going to take that as disrespect.
Watch your mouth.
Make the sale. Salute the chance, though. But again, there's only a certain amount of players that I am looking at in free agency. There's not a ton of talent out there. I mean, again, I think Pete's going to be gone, but I'm still keeping an eye on, regardless if Pete drafted him or not, I'm keeping an eye on Tariq Woolen because we're going to have a ton of holes in that corner group. Like, honestly, bro, I think that Stokes is going to leave. He said that he wanted to stick around, but we don't know. The Raiders would be the team to pay him, and then he ends up having durability issues again, which would absolutely suck for us. But Tariq Woolen, Tyler Linderbaum, which I'm still very afraid that Baltimore is going to bring him back.
Of course they are. They're going to franchise him. They're not
You
letting
know,
the best center damn near in football walk, bro.
Braden Smith, the right tackle with Indianapolis, which they may bring him back. Let me say, I don't know what they're going to do with him, but there's only a certain amount of talent in free agency that I'm looking at that you can pay big money for. George Pickens, Devin Lloyd. There's a few other names out there as well.
See, Graphk, I think that's a problem, right? I think looking at this and talking about, big name free agents is a failed. It's kind of a bad way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you got to look at it from this prism. You got to look at it from who fits the Raiders. You don't always got to go out there and take that big swing and land a guy that's a Pro Bowler. You just got to bring back a guy that is a startable player. That's not horrendous. But what you can never do is you can never go into free agency and bring back motherfucking Alex Kappa.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if you don't get Tyler Linderbaum, cool. You don't get Braden Smith, great, right? But there are other people out there, right? Like, shit. You talk about the linebacker room, bring in a Quay Walker, right? You need help up front. Bring a Travis Jones.
Do that though. This is the deepest linebacking core in this draft that I've seen in probably a decade. I wouldn't want to go pay a linebacker. Pay one, go get one. Yeah, that's cool. If you want to get Devin Lloyd or one of those guys, that's cool.
You need a starter, Graphk. You're not going to draft 3 starters at linebacker.
In this class, you can get 2.
You have all of those holes up front. So the thing is, you got to look at it like this. All right, how am I going to address this? Right? If I have an issue at the offensive line, and then there's only Braden Smith and Tyler Linderbaum, and Tyler Linderbaum gets free, he gets franchise, right? Braden Smith, the Colts re-sign him, and then now I got to worry about bringing in Rasheed Walker. Now I'm like, well, God damn it, he's not bad, right? But the thing is, he's not somebody that's going to really move the needle. So I'm going to have to really, really sell out and try to do the best I can to bring in the highest possible prospect at tackle or guard that I can, right? So now I'm going to take my free agent resources to address my linebacker room. Mm-hmm. You got to figure out where the best metric is, because I got a starter that I can bring right in.
Well, again, it's dependent on who is going to come in and be the coach of this next football team, right? Because if, let's just say, Shula comes in, right? He's going to probably look to the Rams to bring in some of those free agents, in free agency, because they know his system and they can help the next guys and kind of usher in that next era. Or if you bring in a Kubiak from Seattle, an offensive-minded guy, he may say, let me look to Seattle and see what offensive guys we have, or even some defensive guys that he feels that knows his system, because, the defense and offense go together in practice, right? So it's kind of a waiting game, you guys. There's only so much that we can do talking about free agency at this point until we really locate our
I'm going to tell you, right, there are people that I know without a shadow of a doubt are going to be available. Like, so now Braden Smith, Tyler Linderbaum, that sounds good. Most good organizations re-sign players like that, right? So now you're left with guys like Elijah Vera Tucker, right? Yeah. Now, this is a guy who's a stout run blocker, and he's good in pass protection.
He's only been healthy 1 year, played 15 games.
That's the problem, right? He's only played more than 7 games in 2 of his 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And then he tore a tricep, and that's almost like, injury hell for a lineman, right? So are you willing to roll the dice with an Elijah Vera Tucker?
Twice.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing. Or Joe Patano. He used to be an all-pro, but he's no longer in his prime. But see, those are the kind of guys that, to me, you bring in. You don't bring in Alex Crapper.
No.
Guys like Wyatt Teller from the Browns. Is he a guy that you might want to bring in? This is a guy that's a 3-time Pro Bowler, right? Played at a high level, and he's been in Cleveland for 7 years. But
Pete would sign him and put him at wide receiver. Wyatt Teller would be wide receiver 1 in 2026 for whoever's throwing the football.
There'd be Wyatt tight end.
Yeah. For real. It's just nasty work. Salute to Raider Prophet. Maybe I missed it, wasted being most critical. Who do you think realistically is our next head coach?
Bro, I'm gonna be real. You don't know until you know how the Raiders finish.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, if the Raiders finish with the first pick, name the best candidate, because he's coming here, right?
Yeah.
Because now you got a
You
situation.
get your pick of the litter.
Yeah, you get your pick of the litter. So you've located the quarterback. You have a future Hall of Fame player in Bowers. You got a Genty. You got a leader like Max Crosby. You've identified 4 of the pain points in your offense, right? But if you want it with the 3rd pick or the 4th pick, now you might get a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Because he might want to add to what he has with Max and stuff like that.
Do you think that we watched him last night? Our coach was because it could be Kubiak, it could be Shula, it could be LaFleur. I
think out of that crop of guys, if it's not one of them, you failed. Unless you bring in a guy like Robert Salah, who's very widely thought of, and he's a Shanahan guy, and I think that he is a guy that could come here and do well. Now, for me, I don't want to retread because, and this is the reason why, right? When you get a guy that's had a mark of success anywhere else, right? And that's not Robert Salah as a head coach. But if you bring in a retread, like I've heard people talk about Mike Tomlin, I've heard people talk about, Harbaugh's brother, you know what I mean? John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
When you do that, what you do is you recalibrate the expectations of the organization and you recalibrate the expectations of the fan base. We don't need that. We need everybody on the same sheet of music. Yo, quarterback's a rookie, coach is a rookie, inexperienced GM. Everybody grows together.
We don't need another Pete Carroll situation. We don't need another Pete Carroll.
We don't need that, bro. We don't need people coming in like Mike Tomlin and saying, "Hey, listen, I think we can win 11 games this season."
This is facts. Real quick, let's get these supers in, you guys. Get a few more questions before we get out of here. Salute to everybody here in the building, you guys. I got a lot going on over here at the house, so my apologies if you hear banging and doors opening. I got nieces and sons running around like crazy. Get Jacob Rodriguez. I would love the linebacker from Texas Tech. I would love to bring him in. We definitely need to get one of the more athletic guys at the linebacker position moving forward. And I love Eichenberg. I liked the pickup of Lindenberg, but we need a guy, man. You know this way. We've been talking about this.
We need a star linebacker for years. We need a star.
Like to be that.
A linebacker room like we have with a star in it is one of the better linebacking cores in the league with a star.
Yeah. Facts. And we know that Fred Warners don't grow on trees, you guys. But again, at some point, we got to find a way to get something somewhat even close to that. You know what I mean? Salute to Arlen. And it's been forever since we've had – it's kind of bad, you guys, when we look at and I know a lot of people look at Spillane like, oh, my God, we fumbled that. But he's probably been the best linebacker that we've had in
many moons.
Many moons.
But since like Greg Beaker.
And that's sad because not saying Spillane's not a good football player because he is.
Kirk Morrison was damn good too.
Oh yeah,
Kirk Morrison, Greg Beaker, guys like that.
But those were years ago. That was years ago. We
Thomas
need to find.
Howard had one good year with us. He wasn't really that great with us.
No, but we need to find that guy. Salute to Arlen. Merry Christmas to you both and your families. We appreciate you, brother. Been a member for 38 months, man. That's beautiful. If you guys want to become members, hit the links. It's pinned up top, you guys. It definitely helps us keep the lights on. Salute to Sky High, man. Holes on this team are gaping. Pause. Trade back to number 10 range. Top OT. There definitely would be one of those top OTs still available at 10. And more picks. Trenches heavy in the draft and free agency. Focus on helping Genty. QB in 2027. Mac Jones bridge. Happy holidays, fellas. Let me say this, Sky High. The only reason that Mac Jones even looks semi, good this year was because of Shanahan. This is what Shanahan does. I'm sorry. I've never been a Mac Jones guy. And when we bring in Mac Jones, if we do that, trust and believe, we are going to get the prior version of him. You know what I mean? Like,
Mac Jones is Geno Smith light.
There you go. But it just follows the trend of Jimmy G's, Gardner Minshew, Geno Smith's, Mac Jones. It's the same trend.
Same old shit. I don't want any more Band-Aid quarterbacks. I want our quarterback.
Yes.
I want our quarterback to come into this league and never have taken a snap for anybody else but the Raiders.
Talk, wasted. Talk.
This shit, man.
Salute to CGR, man. Appreciate all the content. My dudes, appreciate you, my brothers. Salute to my guy, CGR. I don't know why they're not doing the Raider logos anymore, CGR. You see that? I don't know what it is. Did you see, Wasted, that they were doing Raider logos in the chat?
Yeah.
Let me see if it works. Hold on. I'm going to try this again. Let me see if it worked. Nope, it didn't work. Nope. I don't know what happened. For a few days, the Raider logo was popping up
Yeah,
when
what
you
is that?
did
The booty hole right there?
Hashtag booty hole. Salute to Not Up. Get off my lawn, gang. Salute to my guy. Been a member for 21 months. My dog, Not appreciate you, man. Salute to D Rich. Personally, I think our head coach was coaching last night. I agree. I think that it's going to be one of those three guys. Whether it's LaFleur, whether it's Shula or Kubiak, I do believe that Tom is going to bring in potentially all those guys for an interview. And he should. He should. Hey, Natural, I love that you brought that up, man. What's up with your Knicks, bro? They out here wilding, dog. Like we just talked about this on the phone, bro. You got Josh Hart sticking his thumb in Brunson's ass. Like, what are we doing over a championship that means nothing? Like, what's going on in the NBA out there in New York?
Man. I think he wanted his thumb to smell like how ass the Kings are.
Okay. So you guys are saying, so you're saying you guys have your Christian Wilkins up there with the Knicks.
What I'm saying is no comment. That's what I'm saying. That's what
hey,
I'm saying.
Hey, you know what, Wasted? You made the right move, buddy.
Go fuck yourself. Scumbag. Yo, you're such a scumbag, yo. I was like, bro, like, yo, I kind of felt like, yo, you ever see that exchange on Twitter with the two dudes on the porch talk? He's like, yeah, I ain't expect that from him because he's from our era.
Yeah.
The dude takes a bite of the cucumber. He was like, yo, you threw me off, man. Like, you just took a cucumber to the face. Yeah. Bro. I felt like I was like, what the fuck is going on here? What did he do?
Yo, DeMoke says that's Larry from Blue Mountain State, bro. I remember that show like it was yesterday, bro. Oh, I got to run that show back. That was one of my
never watched that show.
Dog, you will be crying watching that show.
Blue Mountain State.
Blue Mountain State, dog. It was funny is my boy Steele that I grew up with put me on that show, and he doesn't even like sports at all. He was like, bro, you got to watch this shit. It's hilarious, dog. Blue Mountain State is fucking hilarious. Get a few more questions in, you guys, before we get out of here. Once again, this was just going to be a quick show. Not a lot to talk about. We can actually real quick on the way out talk about this Texans game. I mean, the number one defense against the worst offense in football. What's your final prediction here as the Raiders head into Houston come Sunday, bro?
As the great Clubber Lang from Rocky 3 said, pain.
I still have it somewhere around like 24-6 or 20.
Nah, man. We haven't scored over 15 points in a month of Sundays with one of the best defenses in the league, and they need this game. They are going to beat the dog shit out of us.
Oh, no, I believe it, but I'm still thinking it's going to be like a 24-6, 28-6 affair for the Texans.
That's
one
fair.
of the type of situations.
That's fair, brother.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Again, they put up a 40-piece on Arizona last week. They've done that only a few times this year, and that offense has struggled at times, but it looks like they're starting to gel at the right time. Indianapolis started to show chinks in the armor. Texans showed up. Jacksonville showed up. Now that division is wide open. You know what I mean? So the offense is starting to gel a little bit. But again, I don't think they're going to put up a 40-piece. I think if we have any strong suit on this football team, which is sad for me to say this, the defense is stronger than the offense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't think that they're going to go out there and allow Stroud and company to put up a 40-piece unless their defense goes out there and puts up a few scores, which can very much so happen. They have a phenomenal defense. So we'll see. But I'll say 24-6, 28-6, somewhere in that range. That's how I have it. We're not going to go over defensive rankings, offensive rankings, you guys. There's nothing to talk about with that game. The Raiders are going to get absolutely destroyed. Geno Smith, Aiden O'Connell, Cam Miller, Kenny Pickett. It doesn't matter who the hell is the quarterback at this point. We're going to go out there and absolutely get dog walked. And Ashton is once again going to struggle to run the football. I'm expecting them to, lock up Brock, and Geno's not going to have a ton of time to throw the football. This is going to be another game. This is the last game on our schedule that I'm least worried about.
Yeah. And then the other ones, they get a little murky, right? Because these are bad teams. And then you got Gardner Minshew starting.
They're starting to bench a lot of the players out there too, which is kind of worrisome. Did you see that tweet today? Oh my God, bro!
Andy Reid said, "Throw another log on the fire." Right?
I might have been wrong about this whole situation here, but I'm gonna bring this. Hold on, real quick. Where is it at? He put out a tweet earlier and named all the players that are not going to play. Okay. Chiefs ruled out. Rashee Rice, concussion. Trent McDuffie, all-pro corner. Leo Chanel, another guy that we didn't talk about. He's a free agent that we can take a look at. We were big fans of him coming out in that draft. Jalen Moore, Juwan Taylor, Tyquan Thornton, Jake Bringstool, Nazeed Johnson, Derek Nandi. A ton of players are ruled out already. And mind you, this is the Titans, so they think that they probably think they can go out there and beat this team anyways. But again, if they do this for the next few weeks, it's going to be interesting. And now there's rumors coming out also, Wasted, potentially, I'm seeing it all over the place, that the Giants may sit Jackson Dart after the Vikings game.
Yeah, but you got Jay Boo in there.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? If they put Russell Wilson in there.
Jay Boo, he's going to eat a W, man. What's wrong with you?
Facts. Salute the Raider Prophet. Question still remains. What is Tom Brady's role? What does he like or dislike? Is he the decision maker versus the GM? It's a package deal, Prophet. Those guys are former teammates at Michigan. Spytech was a major piece that brought in Tom Brady into Tampa Bay to win that Super Bowl. So again, come here, baby. I think it's a package deal with them too. You know what I mean? Salute to my baby niece. She waited until the end of the show to pop up.
Look at the baby.
We open it up for you. So I'll say again, he's definitely a decision maker. He's the one that potentially got close to bringing in Matthew Stafford and Ben Johnson. So it's a package deal. You got anything to add to that?
Yeah, no, nothing, man. I mean, listen, man, it's a family show now. The baby's here. Listen, man, I think it's time to wrap this up, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to go hang out with the family for a little bit. Again, man, salute the Prof. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, as my beautiful wife comes and steals my niece.
Hey, Tiff.
Hey.
We'll be here every step of the way, you guys, this weekend to cover this football team. Again, I'm working on the Stu show, the 2006 versus the 2025 team. Stu, because of him being on that football team, he wants to do his due diligence, you guys. Like, he's actually hit me up and said, I'm not ready yet. Like, Stu doesn't do that. Like, He wants to actually do his homework stats-wise and all that other stuff. So this may be a goodie. So, Wasted, if you're around, brother, we need to do a Graphk and Wasted and Stu show. We need to come
man, listen, man. The legend started with the Graphk, Wasted, and Stu show.
There you go.
The legend started with that.
Austin, Texas, baby. The hotel room. # booty hole.
It's a family show, Graphk.
Sorry, I didn't realize what's going on. But other than that, you guys, as always, wanted to just come kick it, hang out with you guys, laugh a little bit. Nothing to see here. 3 more weeks of this. Well, no, 2 more weeks really of this shit show, because 2 more days. The Raiders, they played their the third game. We have 3 games left. So we're getting there. 2 more weeks, you guys, and we are out of here. We're out of here.
Out of here, baby.
And I'm excited to go cover the Shrine Bowl, the Senior Bowl, and move on to greener pastures, the Combine, and all that other good stuff. And get the hell away from this shit.
That's right.
Hey,
listen, abracadabra.
Abracadabra, baby. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we appreciate you guys so much. Hey, Wasted is about 15 subs away from 15K. You guys, go over there, hit that subscribe button. I want to do a special show here very soon, celebrating that 15K. So if you're on my channel right now, you guys, and you're not subbed to Wasted, I don't know how that's even possible. Jump over to Raider Nation Unlimited, hit that subscribe button.
Bodega said no one sub to him right now. You know what, Bodega? I don't want to mess up a good thing, man. I got to make sure that we keep the tradition going. CGR, do me a favor, man, because I don't have control. Block Bodega on the way out for me, please.
Yo, Bodega, man, you are one of the ghosts, but guess what?
Yo, please, put him in the gulags for at least 15 seconds.
Bing, bing,
Thank you.
Boom, 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 boom. Bodega, you are out of here for about 5 minutes. So salute to he said I'm blocked. I only got blocked on Graphk show. Oh,
wait, hold on. Wait, there's more. Yeah, somebody block him off my
channel. Hey, hold on. Hey, Demotes, what you laughing about? Boom, 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 boom. Yo,
the gulags are filled.
Yo, what are we? Oh, mine dizzy. You put up a nasty, disgusting emoji. Boom, 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 boom. Bro,
Everybody to the gulags.
Everybody
Ain't
to
no
the
commissary
gulag.
for you.
Yo,
That's it.
everybody is out. The Uzi is on full display. Hug D's. If you weren't the GOAT, you know what, Hug? I love you, bro. I love Hug. Boom, 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 boom.
No.
Yo, Hug is going to make me pay for that later on. But you know what, man? We're having some fun. On the way out, CGR, we love you, brother. Boom, 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 boom.
Everybody's going.
Yo, this season sucks. We're out of here. Love y'all. Touchdown!